Very warm welcome along. Good to have you with us, Kate Abdo, Lennox Lewis, Andre Ward, Shawn Porter here with you. We've just seen the weigh-in live on the stage behind us. Super interesting. Tyson Fury not coming in at the 300 pounds that he had promised us. I guess I'm interested just overall because yesterday when Andre was talking, he was saying this is kind of the weigh-in, the presser. It's a piece of the puzzle. It doesn't tell you everything, but it can sometimes sway how you feel. Did anything you saw on the stage today sway how you felt?
Not really. I mean, I knew that Deontay was going to come in heavier. He needed to. The fact that he's lifting weights, that puts on weight as well. And, you know, he's got a different approach to this fight. He seems a lot calmer, seems really focused. So I'm looking at a different fight. Tyson Fury, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. He can go in there and box, and that's what, you know, brought him this far. So I don't see him moving away from that.
So let's recap the weights that they did come in at then. You've got Tyson Fury weighing in at 277 pounds, a pound over what he weighed for the rematch. You've got Deontay Wilder coming in at 238. He weighed 231 for the second fight. So Deontay Wilder is the one that really has seen some significant change in weight. Is it a good thing, Andre?
We're going to find out. We're going to find out. I mean, he looks good. His physique looks good. I think he's done some different things, but it has to translate, and I can't say that enough. But I like the headspace that he's in more than what I'm seeing physically. The body looks good, but where's the mind? When he gets hit with that first shot, and he's going to get hit with a shot. Fury's going to get hit with a shot. Who's going to make those necessary adjustments? And we've been talking about this whole week. That's what rematches and trilogies are all about. Not big adjustments, but small ones. Can you keep your cool? Can you keep that same energy, that same composure? And I'm talking about both guys when you get buzzed for the first time, when you feel fatigued for the first time. Can you listen into your coach and say, okay, I'm processing, now I'm going to go execute? That's the big question for both guys. And just because Fury did it in the second fight, there's no guarantee he can do it in this fight. It's a whole different ball game for both guys.
I guess that begs the question to me, Shawn. If you haven't admitted that you lost fairly, right? You lost fair and square, and that there is a reason that you lost that fight, then how do you make the necessary changes?
Well, I think even beyond admitting it to himself, Deontay Wilder, or to his camp or anything like that, the adjustments that he's made, the changes that he's made in his camp, bringing in Malik Scott, bringing in, letting go of some other people, I think that was enough of him accepting what had happened and understanding that we have to come to the ring differently. There's no secret that Tyson Fury pushed him back in that second fight. He's never been pushed back before, and there's no secret that he got on the bench press. He got gained some weight so that he could push back, and I think that that's going to be really relevant in this fight. I think from the opening bell, you're going to see Deontay try to be aggressive and try to push back.
Well, let me ask you a question. Do you think he's going to utilize the things that he's learned?
I do. Yeah. I do. I think that he's locked in. And Dre, and I know that you know this as well, Lennox, when you're locked in, it's almost like nothing can take you away from what you've prepared for and what you're going to do. And I got a feeling that we know Deontay Wilder is a very stern person. He believes what he believes. He doesn't allow anyone to change his mind. With that being said, if he believes that he's going to use everything that he's been training for at this point, he's going to go to the ring and he's going to use it.
I see you, Shawn, going hard on the right pronunciation of Lennox.
And you know what? You did it good. You did it good. I love that, man. I love that.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Did you ask Shawn that question because you don't think he'll be able to implement those changes?
No, I think that, you know, a loss does something to somebody, you know, in the sense that, okay, what do I need to do to win this fight? Well, he needs to lift more weights. He needs to work on his balance. He needs to get that jab going. He needs to use different tools out there. And this is what his approach is. And I think that's good. I think it's positive. I think the fact that he's locked in even more, we're going to get a better fight. So these are the things that you have to do in order to be successful.
Do you think that Deontay Wilder came in heavier because he thought that Tyson Fury would come in heavier? This is kind of like the constant narrative with Tyson Fury. Did he really intend to come in at 300 pounds? Was that all game?
I mean, I'm not sure what he thought, but I know, I mean, he told us as much when he had the microphone and gave his final thoughts, is that he's not going to be able to push on me and push me back like he did in the second fight. But at the end of the day, you know, just talking about both fighters, but specifically Deontay Wilder, it really doesn't matter how we feel about Deontay in terms of his mindset and what we think if he acknowledged the second fight or not. What do you as the fighter feel about yourself? What do you think about yourself? And all indications are saying that he's owned it, maybe even, you know, obviously not publicly, but privately, he's made the adjustments. Well, how do you know? Whole new team, new approach, new mindset going into this fight. Can it translate? Everything that fighters say before a fight, it's intentions. It's all their intentions, but can they execute on their intentions? And I'm talking both guys.
So it really doesn't matter what we all think. So Andre's just done us all out of a job tomorrow. There will be no pre-fight show tomorrow, everybody. Just tune in for the main event. Tune in for the fight. We hope you'll join us for it. We'll see you then. For all the best boxing content, follow PBC on Fox on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Thank you for watching. Well, if you enjoyed that clip, make sure you click somewhere around here and subscribe. From fight highlights to exclusive interviews, we have got everything you need as a boxing fan right here on PBC on Fox.